Well, hello guys and gals, it's me, your old buddy Mr. Moose, back with another edition of Euro Truck Simulator 2. As we continue our countdown to ATS, we are in the finale, or farewell, to Euro Truck 2. Oh, it's like an old friend that's been with us for a while that we're just gonna kind of push aside for the new kid on the block. But anyway, so the rest of this week, I'm just kind of focusing on Euro Truck and all the different trucks that were in the game and just kind of go back and revisiting them. Today, we've got the DAF XF Euro 6 Space Aero. That's what we're going to be driving today. And yeah, this is one of the first trucks that I ever bought in the game. I bought a ton of them for my workers to drive because it was like the cheapest, you know, when you first started off. But ended up being a horrible truck for a little bit there. But anyways, that's what we're going to be driving today. I've already picked up a load. We'll talk about that in just a second. But I'm here at the shop because I wanted to jump in here and just kind of show you how we've got everything configured out on this. So we'll jump in here into the upgrade shop and take a look at what we've got here. As far as the cabin, I went with the Space Aero. I'm not a big fan of the big Super Space. It just doesn't do it for me. So I went with the Space Aero. As far as the chassis, I've got the 6x4 on it. The motor, I've got the Euro 6 510 horsepower on it. I kind of like the idea of going back to these smaller trucks this week with the smaller motors in them and not running the big 700 horsepowers, because when the new game comes out, you're going to be limited to back down to 400 and 500 horsepower, because you know Peterbilt comes off the factory maxed out at 500 horsepower unless you special order a big motor into it. So yeah, so this sort of going to be the way. Standard transmission, no retarder on it, and then I got the interior and all that other good stuff. Paint job on it. I'm using a paint scheme that I've used for quite a bit in this game. It's sort of a red. Well, you'll see it in just a second. So, do I want to cancel all the modifications? Yes, I do. So, let's get out. Check out the truck that we're driving. You'll see here the paint scheme that I'm using. Of course, it's red because you know, Alabama, you know, me, red and white, we kind of go together. But yeah, there's the trunk. Put a few fog lights down low, the Dragonfly protector for the bumper, little cattle catcher on the front, and then a light bar up front. That's about the only light bar that really works with this sleeper. Because of the way it puts the horns back, recessed back. I can't stand it when you get the bar like that samurai bar that sits on the top, that when you put the horns on, the horns stick out of 2 foot out in front of the truck. So anyways, that's what we're going with today. So let's get a drive going. We're in France, and we're in Dijon right now, and we are headed south to Paw, I guess. Again, guys, if you live in Europe and you know how to pronounce all these cities, don't hate me because I'm, American and don't spend time in Europe and don't know the names of all these little towns. And yeah, I will say Los Angeles, you'll say Los Angeles, and we'll laugh at you. So, it's kind of that way. All right, so let's get started, get rolling. Can't wait to get to American maps with towns like Bakersfield or Fresno or San Francisco or Los Angeles. Yeah, it's gonna be nice. So we talked a little bit about ATS. Well, every day we talk about ATS because it's like, it's Christmas. It's almost here. But we were talking about the trucks that you get in it. And yesterday I mentioned the fact that, and first of all, I said T800 instead of W800. But I had the T on my mind because the T680 is going to be released in ATS. And for some reason, the T series was on my brain. But I know a lot of people want a W800, W900, something like that, and they'll eventually be in the game. But to begin with, you're going to get 2 trucks. You're going to get the Kenworth T680, and you're going to get the Peterbilt 579. That is from the official SCS blog. And they did a nice little write-up on Monday. I don't know if you guys saw it or not, but they did a write-up on Monday about why they're only coming out with 2 trucks. They had hoped to come out with 4, but they're only doing 2 because right now they only have the licensing for 2, which did make a whole lot of sense to me because, and we talked a little bit about it in our Farm Sim live stream as a community, just trying to wrap my head around that, because it seems to me like if Peterbilt gives you the license to go ahead and put a Peterbilt in the game and gives you the badge, it would seem like they would let you do all variations of the truck, not just one. But apparently, according to SCS, they've only have licensing agreement on the 2 trucks right now, and that once the game releases and they can prove that it's a successful release, then they can have more power to better negotiate for licenses of other additional trucks. So I don't know what that means, as far as it means maybe Peterbilt wants too much money and they can say, well, come on, look at, here it is, we've got a successful game, you guys help us out, and I don't know, we'll be licensing more and more and more trucks, so we'll spend more money, so give us a lower price, or I don't know what the deal is. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. It seems like either they're on board or they're not on board, and it's not like SCS is doing this for the first time. They have the engine and everything is there. They have a proven success record with Euro Truck, and it's not like they're taking conception ideas to Peterbilt, Kenworth, and saying, well, this is what we think we can do. Oh, that was the wrong thing to do there, Moosey. But yeah, it's not like they're taking complete conception stuff to them and hoping to get it. They have a working success record. So I don't know. Maybe Peterbilt is looking at it from the set of, we would rather go ahead and let you guys release with a couple of trucks in here and prove that while you have a successful track record, prove that the interest is there, and number one, and number two, that when it releases, it's not going to have a ton of bugs in it, and have all kinds of, like, there are some issues in pro mods where you'll be driving around and you'll hit an invisible wall, so maybe they don't want to see any of that stuff in the game, and maybe there's concerns about that. Not really sure, but so anyways, according to their blog, you'll start off with the T680 Kenworth and the Peterbilt 579, which the 579 is, it's slope nose. Both of the trucks are slope nose, and the 579 is pretty much like that 379 that I was driving a few weeks back. So we kind of already have a look at what it looks like from that, but we'll have that moving forward. 60 miles an hour through here in France. So that's where we're at with trucks on ATS. I believe I will end up getting the Peterbilt 579 to start the game, and go from that direction. Assuming the pricing is the way it was in this game, they'll both the stock versions of it will be the same amount of money. So, all right, there's my little dog, Bobbin. What's up, buddy? Do you want to stay in Euro Truck when ATS releases? No, that's what I thought, bud. You know, this is not as bad of a truck as I remembered it being. It actually drives pretty good. It doesn't have a whole lot of power, you know, and I think that's the reason why I wanted, when I first started playing the game, I was like many other people. I wanted to get from point A to point B as fast as I can and level up and be able to get bigger tires and bigger motors and everything else like that. So when I could get that Volvo and get that 700 horsepower motor on it, I did. But these are still fun trucks to drive, man. I really do enjoy them. I like the dash on this one, the instrument cluster on it and everything. All right. So yesterday's video that I put out, apparently somebody either trolled me and marked it as having some sort of issue with it or whatever, because people were telling me that they couldn't watch it on as a restricted. So don't know what that's all about. Maybe have somebody trolling on me. All right, let's get rolling. I'm loving getting out of here. You know, and I thought about this a little bit last night. Just got Pro Mods 2 out. Got a little playtime into it for this month, you know, the month of January. It's going to be kind of hard to walk away from Pro Mods because it's such a good looking map. So while I say farewell to this game and everything, and make a big deal out of the fact that we probably won't be coming back to it for a while, the truth of the matter is there will probably be times when I will be jumping back in here and driving a little bit. You know, especially if, you know, with ATS only being a couple of states right now, if you burn through both states as much as I plan on driving it, if I burn through both states and have driven every road in it, you know, before the expansion comes out, I might come back over and drive some of it, because there's so much of this that I haven't driven yet because of the additions in Pro Mods, and they're going to continue to do Pro Mods, so there's no reason to completely shelve it, you know, but it will not be my primary focus, let's just say that. And word is multiplayer is a thing. Apparently, if the success of the multiplayer game, basically SCS really embraced it, or has embraced it, from the sense that they see how popular the multiplayer was, and so apparently the guys who did the multiplayer have already been working on ATS. So I would say the game's going to come out, I would say again, this is nothing official, this is speculation, but I would say, since it's the same engine and the same basics of code, I wouldn't be surprised to see multiplayer come out rather quickly in relation to the release of the game. You know, we had to wait a long time for multiplayer in Euro Truck simply because the game came out and multiplayer, nobody really even thought about multiplayer. And then the guys did the mod for it, and SCS was like, huh, why didn't we think of that? Which I'm shocked that SCS never implemented multiplayer on their own. But if you go back several months, when World of Trucks was talking about expanding World of Trucks and what they wanted to do with it, they basically said they had no plans to incorporate multiplayer into the game because it would require them to why is this a 30-mile-an-hour zone? Wow, I just sped all through there. I guess it's because of that beautiful little bridge. You had to go 30 miles an hour. Or 30 kilometers, excuse me. That'd be another nice thing to do. It'd be nice to drive in a game and drive miles per hour and everything in the game be in miles and miles mph, you know? Unless SCS is going to make the world be in metric. Go, well, you know, stupid Americans, they should convert over to metrics. They're just too lazy to figure it out. So we'll go ahead and make the game in metrics because we're European and we don't want to have to try to figure out miles and mph. Those speeds in Europe are in mph in a lot of areas. So I leave it in kilometers because everything in the game is kilometers. All the road markers and everything else like that. So why did that change on me? I was in the basement, so why did it change out of the basement? Well, I thought I switched over to the basement. Let me put it that way. Alright. Still haven't got my gear shifter fixed. I just have not had time to focus on going out in the shop and mess with it. And it's looking like I won't have it ready for ATS just because I don't have time to go mess around with it. Recon found this video where a guy's using an air compressor and an actual Eaton Fuller shift knob with the air compressor hooked to it to actuate or to trigger a couple of actuators and actually whoa. To actually use the gear shifter the way it's designed to be doing with the air assist for it. I'm just not into the idea of having an air compressor running in the background while I play. Though, I mean, I know you wouldn't have to have it run. A single charge of air would probably keep it running forever. You might have to pump it up, you know, once a week. But I don't know. And that would get sort of expensive buying the valve and the actuators. And at the end, you're still using the actuator to trigger a switch and throw that switch. So why not just eliminate all that and just put two switches inside the gear shifter somehow and go that direction. That's sort of my theory on it. I've got a pretty good idea how I'm going to do it now. Actually having the knob and being able to tear it apart and look at it. Gotta be careful tearing it apart. There's a bunch of little bearings in it. You let them shoot out and lose them, you're in trouble. All right. I got no idea where we're at or how close we are. I'm just sitting here driving and rambling. That's what I love about this game. It's just so easy to just relax and enjoy it. I hate when I do that. Alright, so we're in France. That means toll booths. Let's do this properly and go over to the truck one. Alright, get up here, hit the button. Alright. Get out of there painlessly. Alright, back on the... I guess this is another interstate. Alright. The song playing in the background, somebody mentioned to me it's like... It's in Dutch, I think is what it is. I figured it out the other day. I think it's a Ricky Van Shelton tune that somebody has re-recorded in Dutch. I think that's... Listening to the melody on it is really, really familiar to me, and I think it's Ricky Van Shelton. I think that's who that was. I keep meaning to go back and go through my old RVS stuff and see if I can figure out what song it is. It's been on so long since I've listened to Ricky Van Shelton. But I'm pretty sure that's what that is. Somebody's like, oh, how funny, that last song you played, it was at this time code. It's a Dutch song, or it's in Dutch or whatever. I'm like, okay. I don't know. Here's what I did. I went to my music service that I have. And I just downloaded a whole bunch of country music from them. And a whole bunch of, like blues and rock, to use in the background for these streams. And I need to go download some more because everything is starting to get really familiar to me. It just, you know, it takes so long to do it because you're sitting there downloading each individual song. It takes a long time to get it done. Oh yeah. Yeah, these hills, this is where that where you start missing that bigger motor. Oh. There we go. Man, I'm taking it a little laid back. I'm not pushing the truck as hard as I could. I'm just really just enjoying the drive, you know, and taking it easy. I'm not worried about speeding, and you know, okay, it's a 90-kilometer zone. I'm not worried about driving 90 kilometers in it. Somewhere around 75, 80. That's sort of where I'd like to be, but I have been kind of slow. I'm in 10th. I really hate to go to 11th because I don't feel like the gears on those overdrive gears will really hold up. We'll try it. All right. So tonight, I'm recording this on Wednesday morning. And it'll be up Wednesday afternoon for you guys to watch. But I will go ahead and point out that later on tonight at around 10 or 10:30 Central Standard Time for me, and that'll be about 4:30 in the morning over in the UK. We will do some multiplayer tonight. Alex and I and anybody else who's going to get on there. I'm sure Dan will be on, maybe Jimmy, and a few of the Alex's followers and faithful will be on. But we're going to do a little multiplayer and run that. It'll probably be I don't know. I'd say it might be the last time we do multiplayer because I have a sneaky suspicion that Alex is going to get a copy of ATS on Friday, and if that happens, I don't see him being available for multiplayer over the weekends, which I'm kind of at a crossroads. I guess I'm gonna play all weekend, and I'm gonna do some videos and do some streaming, but I sort of feel like it's gonna be for naught, as I have a sneaky suspicion that most everybody will be over on Squirrel's channel or on some of the other channels who have been graced with advanced copies of ATS and will be live streaming it. Of course, y'all know Squirrel has already planned the big 24 hours of streaming. Oh, got a little squirrely there. Speaking of Squirrel, he's already announced that beginning on Friday he's going to start this 24 hours of American Truck Sim, since he's lucky enough to have an advanced copy of it, and he's going to give away some keys and things, and all I can say is lucky him. But I think Alex may pick up a copy as well too, and so if there's all these people out there streaming ATS over the weekend, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to see that you're you're going to have everybody and their brother watching those that are, Euro truck enthusiasts. They're going to be watching those videos and seeing what's what, and getting exposure to the game prior to time. So, I sort of suspect that videos and live streams this weekend kind of might be a big waste of time, because I don't think a whole lot of people are going to be watching, but I'll still do them, Me personally, I don't plan to watch any live streams of anybody doing ATS. I would rather not see what the game's going to be like. But that's my personal opinion. I want to be amazed at it, when it comes out. So I think I'm purposely going to avoid everybody's live streams this week that are doing that stuff. Oh man, here we go. One driver killing everything. Oh, look at there. Oh, nice little four-wheeler. Of course, I'm that truck driver that pulled over to the side to get around the traffic jam, but then didn't come up to speed fast enough so that when the other traffic jam clears, I'm actually holding traffic up in the inside lane. Yeah, great. I'm that guy. All right. This truck is not nearly as loose as I remember it being. I remember this truck being really hard to control, especially in turns at speed. Like if you were making a turn at... Oh no, here we go again. Hey, don't you pull over on me. And welcome once again to Toll Booth Simulator. Hello, Easy Pass. I always stop. I either stop short or I pull too far forward and I bang the gate. Sorry, I'm coming through. I didn't shift through all those gears so I could stop right there and let a car merge in. Alright, 60 kilometers right now. Come on, baby. Up and around. There we go. It's a little bit longer video than yesterday's. It took a little bit longer route. I've been wanting to get down in this area of the map for a while, and so I figured today would be the day. So we make the the run about an hour. It should be close to an hour, I would think. Anyways. So we'll continue on. Like I said, tonight we'll do the multiplayer. That'll be up for you guys. I will do another Pro Mods version tomorrow and throughout the weekend. All right, rolling on. And then we'll have a couple more days through the weekend. I might blow out some truck sim map, some TSM maybe over the weekend. I don't know. I love Pro Mods more than TSM. That's the reason y'all never see me drive TSM. It's because I just like Pro Mods better. TSM gives you more destinations, but I just have always been a big fan of Pro Mods. I tend to like the details that are in Pro Mods better, and especially with 2.0. They've just, wow. I mean, the amount of detail that's in all the little cities in this is just, it's cool. It's almost like you're on a tourist trip now to see the sights, whereas before it was just like all the towns looked the same, you know? They all had the same buildings in them. They all sort of looked the same. And but they don't look that way anymore. Not with what they've done with Pro Mods. I mean, it's much different. Every town looks completely different. Back through all the gears again. All right. Get her up to speed. All right, looks like we're using this interchange here to switch back around, so we'll be going down this ramp. It's too late. I'm already out here, car. Don't hit me. I started to stop. I was creeping up to the intersection. I thought, well, I'm just going to go ahead and gear up and just kind of roll on out here because I don't see any traffic coming from the other direction. And just as soon as I did, there's that car sneaking out. All right. I haven't done any exterior looks, have I? I don't want to smack a guardrail coming through here. Yeah, this is the number 8 challenge through here. Not really a great idea, is it? Who cares? If I wreck, I wreck. Alright, come on over here, get in this lane. Alright, I got a little straightaway here. There's a little nice look. I gotta remember to do more of that stuff. and get into the habit of doing it. So I switched over my my Jake brake or exhaust brake to be toggled instead of momentary, and I don't necessarily think it always works right. It's there, but like when I hit it, it will trigger it, but I'll hit it again to get rid of it, and it doesn't seem to come off all the time. I've had more than one occasion where I've triggered it, I've used it to slow down, I've hit it again to pull it off and change gears, and it's still be on. So hopefully I can get that one figured out before the game gets in. I like the fact that they added that into the game to be more like what we have in the States with the trucks. And I just hosed that. To remember, with this motor in it, I cannot pull these intersections in 7th gear like I can in that Peterbilt or in that Volvo and Scania. So we're still 3 hours out on this, so it's a little bit longer run than I thought it was. But we're getting there. All these roundabouts. Yeah. I might need to rethink where I've got my my splitter and my range button. Either that or finish up that gear shift knob. That's really the biggest thing I need to do, is get it working. And so we got 15 hours to get our job turned in, and we are 3 hours out, so we're all right. The 60-kilometer stuff is for the birds. These slow little roads. All right. So we got about 15 more minutes to go. So as far as the channel goes, I know yesterday I did a little farm sim live stream. Thursday night I will probably do a farm sim live stream as well. And then well, I got to talk to Alex today too, to figure out a couple of things, because if he's going to be doing ATS on Friday and we're not going to do farm sim, then I'll probably do I might do farm sim Friday night. I don't know. I got to figure it out. I got to make sure I know what everybody's doing so that I can adjust accordingly. But we'll probably do another farm sim this week. And then I will what happened? Oh, I hit the wrong button. I hit the power button to change my splitter instead of hitting the actual button. I'm a knucklehead. It's like, why is the engine dying? I pushed the clutch in to make that gear change. Alright, 2 hours, 30 minutes. And if it takes about 5 minutes to run an hour, we've got to be pretty close to being done here. I did it again. Went right over there and hit the starter button. Well, hopefully I won't make that stupid mistake much more. That's cool. That's a different looking water tower there. I'm guessing that's what that is a water tower. Oops. And it's a way to get you to wreck's what it is. I guess I shouldn't be rubbernecking too much to look at water towers and need to focus more on the road. That was almost bad. Yeah, that scares me about ATS too. How many times am I going to drive off the road looking at something going, man, that's awesome looking. Bam, hit a car. That was almost bad. If there had been a car in there, I'd have nailed it. Eyes on the road there, Moosey. Oh, and there's the rain. Alright, so hour and 38 minutes remain. Closer to being done. with our DAF run. I think we'll do Iveco in our next run. Now, in the multiplayer tonight, I will probably run the Scania. Just because everybody else is going to run large machinery as well. So I'll probably run the Scania tonight. But in the next recorded video, we'll jump in an Iveco and we'll run it. And you know, we still got a few days left in this, so if you guys have like a particular truck setup you want me to run, let me know. Again, all the trucks need to be stock trucks, no mods. So don't be saying, oh, run this truck, you know. No, it's got to be one of the trucks from in the game. And if you got a particular setup you want me to run, let me know. And we'll see if we can set that up and make a haul with it. But yeah, for the next few days, we're going to keep them stock. And run it that way. Another roundabout up here. I kind of curbed the trailer that time, but not enough to really get any damage. I wasn't on the... I kind of hit the sidewalk, I guess is what I was on. Interesting little turn here. A little divider in the middle. I guess that was like a little downhill leg there with all that switching back. Alright, so we're out of that. That's weird. It went to 90 and back down to 60. Just as soon as I thought I could just drop the hammer and go. Rainy, rainy, rainy. So some more switchbacks here. Back down to 50. Windy, windy roads here in southern France. Starting to get late on us in the afternoon, and we are 23 minutes away from our destination, so we are getting quite close to Ha. See, that sign made me think there was a really sharp turn right there. Not much further to go though. I can see the town up ahead now. I see the green lights, except we're going the other way. I was looking at the town over to the right, thinking, oh, well, there it is. It's right over there. It's actually over here. There's the service center there. We will discover it. So it's not part of a dealership, it's just a little service center. There we go. Discovered a new town. Wonder what the parking is going to be like in this place. Looks like we're coming around back to park. Oh, that's not the gear I wanted to be in. I hate doing that. You push down just a little. It's so funny when I want to go into reverse and I deliberately push down really hard and try to go into reverse. Sometimes it won't take and I'll end up in 6th gear. But when I want to like just lightly push into 6th gear and I'll have just the lightest amount of pressure on there, all of a sudden I'll end up in reverse. Because I'm driving the standard H pattern on this one. I'm not driving the custom H pattern. Alright, so this is going to be an easy parking gig. Alright, so here I go into reverse. Wet, rainy day. What do y'all think? Y'all think that's good? Let's watch. Oh, we were not far enough back to get the perfect, but we were pretty close. Alright, well, there we go. Another route done. As we continue on with our farewell tour. So that's our DAF run today. We'll, like I said, we'll do a live stream tonight. I'll run the Scania most likely for that one, and then we will do the Iveco on Thursday. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you give me the thumbs up for that. Also share the video if you will. It helps me out tremendously. If you want to know what's going on, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and then of course you know, catch me on a live stream this week. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. I do a video each and every day for you guys. Sometimes a couple of videos every day. And I would love to see you in a live stream so we can chat and get to know each other. So until the next time, guys, again, stay safe. Have a great day. Y'all, what, 6 more days? 6 days and counting? Oh, I'm so happy. Can't wait. I will see you guys later. Take it easy. Have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.